All right, guys, welcome back to MSF Happy Hour. It's Monday again, and I'm joined as always with my co-host Agent Smith.
What's up, everybody?
Lots to go over this episode. Everything from orb openings to X-Factor to the Mojo event and those orbs. And hopefully we get some questions to answer before the end of the night. But first, we were talking a little bit before stream here about how we begin this whole ordeal, and it would make sense, seeing that we are calling our weekly podcast here MSF Happy Hour, that we begin talking about what we're drinking this week. So with that, Agent Smith, what do you got?
I got in my awesome mug here. That was a Christmas present of years past. I'm drinking a Hop Solution Ale by Bell's Brewery, which is a Michigan brew. If you're not familiar with it, you may have heard of Two Hearted Ale, which is a pretty popular one that's gone nationwide from those guys.
Nice. And today I found something recently by a brewery called Anderson Valley, and this is a cherry. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. It's spelled G-O-S-E. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to pronounce it Goza, like a German style beer, but here's that here. I'm not sure if that's gonna pop up here.
Yeah, there it is.
Quite delicious. It's on the sour end of beers, but it's not too sour and it's not too fruity. It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, and that's what we started Happy Hour about, was two friends getting together, drinking, and talking about a game that we both like to play. So it's only right we start talking about what we actually drink.
So yeah, go run, grab yourself a drink, and get back in here. What's going on, Super Yeah?
Yeah, feel free if you haven't yet to join our Discord. We have an MSF Happy Hour Discord, and feel free to post your favorite beverages in Josie's bar, just like we do.
Yep, you'll find links to that. If you just scroll down a bit in the About section, you'll find links to not only the Happy Hour Discord, but my YouTube channel and all of Agent Smith's social media as well. So make sure, if you are not, well, if you want to go ahead and follow me. If you're not following Agent Smith as well, make sure you follow him. This Happy Hour flips our channels every week. So next week, Monday, it will be on Agent Smith's Twitch channel. So follow him to make sure that you get the alerts when we go live for that.
And bonus points if you know the reference of Josie's bar in the Marvel Universe.
Yes, indeed. Invite is invalid. I gotta update that, eh? Can you post a link to Discord just in the chat there?
Yep.
I'll update that after. I forgot that those. Why did those run out?
I don't know. It's probably we'll need to fix that within the Discord.
Yeah, I'll have to update that. We'll have to update that like every Monday before we start streaming or something. But all right. While he pulls that link for you guys to the Discord, let's talk about probably the biggest thing on people's minds. At least it was after the blog post on the 18th did not mention it, the orb opening event, or lack thereof. So last year it would have been on the Friday before Christmas that they announced last year's orb opening event. So everyone was kind of thinking that this past Friday we would hear about this year's orb opening event, and that has yet to happen in any fashion as far as I've been able to find through either the blogs or the data mines. So big topic of discussion there. They're taking a lot of heat on Reddit.
See, I'm surprised they're taking. I mean, that's just people to me being pissed off, which I get, because I'm a little irritated too that it doesn't look like we're getting, or they haven't at least announced an orb opening event. But literally, this has been speculation from the community, and there's not been one lick of data mining or social media posts from the game itself suggesting that there would be one this time of year. Other than the fact that one took place last year. So, can you really be mad about it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it sucks, but
Yeah, I mean, you're basically complaining that you're not getting free stuff.
Yeah, and the game's like they gotta be over there like, we never said any of this was gonna happen. Why are you raising a fuss about it?
Yeah, and like when people say there's precedent for it, I mean, but it's only 1 year's worth. It's only one time that this has happened. So
yeah, one data point doesn't mean it should happen every year.
You know, now if it had happened for the last, if it had been happening since this game came out, so what is this game? Almost 3 years old. So if it had happened every single New Year's since this game came out, that would be one thing. But, you know, I'm a little disappointed. Yes, I've been saving all my orbs and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's, you know, it was free stuff I was getting before. I'm not going to get that free stuff. Okay, whatever. I still got a shit ton of orbs to open, and now I get to make a clickbait YouTube video. Watch me open $7,500 worth of orbs. Like, it's all right.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's going to be fine.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm still holding out on my orbs right now. I don't know how much longer I will, just in case they do an orb opening event, but I'm not going to be disappointed either way.
Yeah, I think what I'll end up doing now is I'm still going to operate the same way I've always done, where if I don't need if I don't need the contents of that orb and it's not going to help me out this very day, I'm not going to open it. So I'm going to still just open orbs when I need them or when they can actually help my roster, and the ones that don't, I'll still save, and I'll still have a ton of those saved. So,
right.
I won't be if they do pop in a surprise orb opening event, I won't be completely screwed over by any means.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting on, what am I sitting on? And I'm sure there's plenty of people at our level of play that are sitting somewhere similar. I've got over 1,000 orange gear orbs, so if the event's anything like the past ones, if it does come around, I should be able to open everything else and be totally fine.
Right.
But, you know, like I said, if it happens, awesome. Doesn't happen, I'll be all right.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah. So let's move on to, obviously, the other big thing going on right now, or one of the other big things. There's lots of big things going on right now. We have the Mojoverse Mayhem event to earn Shatterstar shards. So we decided, Smith and I decided, who was it that was in here talking about that?
Underdog.
Underdog, right. So Underdog had mentioned, and I'm sure we've mentioned this on previous streams, that if he saves all of his event orbs until the very end of the event and then opens them, and has never failed to get a 5-star event character.
And that's with just using 50 core, just doing the 450 core refreshes.
And in the past, I don't know, 3 events, definitely for the past 2 events, I've done all the 50s and 2 of the 100s for most of the days. Maybe not all the days, but at the very least I did all the 50 refreshes. And in the past 2 events, I had not gotten the character to 5 at all. Like, the last one wasn't even close. So I'm going to try it this way. Smith is trying it this way, and we'll probably do a video and let you know how that goes. Hopefully we have the same luck as Underdog and we pull those 5 stars. That would be great.
Yeah, and I've had similar experience to you too. I didn't get Scream. I did get the 5-star doing that, but I went pretty hard for Scream. I was spending the 50s and all the 100s. I didn't get Stature to 5-star by just doing the 50s. But I did get Swarm to 5-star just doing the 50s. So I'm kind of all over the place with my my drop rates and strategy for that matter. So I'm curious to see if this works out.
Yeah, I mean, if it works out this time, I'll continue doing that for the next one, and that's what we'll do here. We'll do the science for you guys. That's what we're here for, science.
I'll keep doing it until it fails.
Yep. And speaking of the characters, so I think they're great characters, and what I've seen from them already, the way their kit works with turn meter, and then the casino did a video recently where You've got Shatterstar, Longshot, Nick Fury. What was it? Was it Falcon and Shield Operative or something of that nature?
I don't remember if it was Falcon or not, but I know where you're going.
Oh no, it wasn't Falcon. It was Shield Assault for the crit. So every time they crit, they gained a ton of turn meter, and like they were wiping out teams with like 5 meta characters. Yeah. But I mean,
well, and he's bugged right now, right? Because he's getting 40% speed bar instead of 20%.
Yeah, they were each getting an extra 20%. But even if you took that away, I mean, it's still an interesting mechanic. It'll be interesting to see how that works. Once their full team is out, whoever their full team may be. But with that being said, as excited as I am for how those mechanics work, his new infographic, he's got Hand Archer for DD4. Interesting. Is he doing another one of those like cheap team, or what did he do? He did like premium team, best team, and cheapest team or whatever to go in.
Yeah, so, the cheapest team, the best team in his opinion, and then like the average, basic, whatever, what you smart, like what the smartest team would be or whatever.
Right. Yeah. I don't. That infographic's early to me still. Just because, you've got a lot of people in DD4. I think we're just starting to get the, the Krakens have been in there. The whales are starting to get in there. It's the people that are just under that whale territory. That's when I want to see what they're doing, bringing in, get more information. I think, I'm going to wait till I look at any infographics. I've got an idea of what I want to do already, but before I take anybody's information seriously, I'm going to wait a little bit longer. And I've got that time.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the infographic to know myself, but I mean, I guess you can make the cheapest infographic because it's literally who's the cheapest characters, right?
That just is what it is, right?
But I don't know, my strategy for DD for every Dark Dimension so far has just been bring the characters that I get the most use out of, and if that takes me a little bit longer to get in, it takes me a little bit longer to get in.
What's up, Avalanche? Back to Shatterstar. What's up?
I just said what's up to Avalanche too.
Oh.
Cheers everybody on stream.
Cheers indeed. Back to Shatterstar and Longshot though. While I am excited for their mechanic and how they're working, they don't have a full team. I don't know what their full team is going to be about, and I'm not going to be working on them. There's several other mutants coming out that are great, that you can just tell, and they slot into an existing team already, and I think Iceman is going to slot into teams that aren't just X-Men related. I think we're going to be able to find some sweet mishmash teams with him, and that's where my mutant gear will be going, and if it's not going to there, it's going to X-Force. I can't put resources into a 2-man team right now. No matter how cool their mechanic might work with some other offshoot characters that I'm not using.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. I won't rehash. We don't need to rehash every week that I'm waiting for Iceman basically because Beast finally has his permanent home. But I'm with you. Iceman looks like he'll be good outside of the Astonishing X-Men team anyway. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped for it.
Yeah. And
skipping Shatterstar and Longshot, at least for now.
And if you've been here recently, you've heard me say I'm going hard on Skillitary personally. So even before I work more on my X-Force team, I'm going to be working on Skillitary, making sure I have all the resources in line for there, especially the ABCs. I just think I'm tired of getting stuck behind 600k ammo teams. I think that's just the smart move right now. Avalanche unlocking Beast today.
There, my dude. Take him up, dude. He's worth it. I'm telling you.
All the way to gear tier
15. Put all the resources into him.
ISO 5.
Beast will probably be my 5th global to gear 15 just because.
Yeah, I figured as much. I mean, you took him to gear 14 before some other mutants that probably were much
I did.
better
That were definitely. I took Beast to gear tier 14 before I took Emma to gear tier 14.
But I mean, no one can laugh. You can't laugh at you now, knowing what we know now. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Black Orders for Emma, and
So is X-Force.
yeah, so is X-Force. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem that we face in war is we don't have like the 500k X-Force to go after a 700k Emma. That's really it.
Yeah,
I feel like we haven't had an issue getting through 3, 4, 500k teams. It's been the 650 plus that we don't always have enough teams to take care of. But
yeah. And if I feel like we're gonna get some pretty decent punch ups from Skillitary, so which would then free up, our Black Order teams to go after the other Black Order teams they have on defense as well. So because we haven't had, honestly, taking out a massive Black Order, we've seemed to have gotten around that lately. Somebody going in, absorbing Thanos' ult, and then someone with like my level Black Order, about 500k, can then go in and take out 1 or 2 characters, usually Corvus and Proxima, enough to clean up.
Yeah, I mean, if the first team can get in and they burn Thanos' ult, like even Extron, or I can't remember if I used Extron or regular X-Men now. It was probably Extron, but I was able to 200k punch up after that.
Yeah, so that's not bad, but it's just those Emma teams. I can't, like, it's literally depressing when like you defeat a team and then it just unveils like a 650 Emma team. You're like, yeah, okay, new room. Yeah.
Well, it's tough now because you could make the decision right now to put a ton of gear into X-Force to make them viable against a 700k Emma team, but you're going to be using a lot of orange mutant gear to do that you'd probably want to save and use to get into DD4. So there's kind of tough to make that decision.
Right. In a game about resource management, that's a tough decision to make right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so next on the list of hot topics, we have new milestone out, the Screen Champions milestone. All right, and there's some good stuff in here. There's a lot of unfarmable characters. Let's see, who have we got already? Squirrel Girl, everyone's favorite. We've got Beast here, which just helped Avalanche unlock. Swarm, can't find him. Electro, can't find her anywhere. At least not outside of orbs. Scream, yeah. I mean, everybody in here is unfarmable right now, which is awesome. They don't always do that. So there's a ton of gear in here. 5 red stars for your boy.
Yeah, that's great. The blue gear orbs are great. The purple blitz credits, the blitz gear credits, I love those. Those are awesome. I've already got myself a 5 red star beast, so I'm not. I'll like the elite credits for it for sure. We got some ghost later on. Ghost shards are available, which is good.
Yep, I thought that's before 30. They've got all the uniques in here. I think every single, at least all the more usable uniques are in here. So the ballistic weave and obviously alien spores. Everyone's going to be short on those, considering all the symbiotes take them. Yeah, I mean,
get some ISO orbs.
Yep, and these are the premium ones too. So these drop. What do these drop? Do they drop tier 2 or tier 3 and above or something like that?
I don't remember. You have to check that out.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that orb in just a second here. But then just tons of other gear. So this is a good milestone. Getting there earlier. Well, yeah, let's talk about that real quick. So getting there. You did. Let me see if I can't push us over into this here real quick. We're going to switch over to the blog. Move you back over here. All right. So you did some math. Do you want to walk people through this math here?
Yeah, sure. So basically, what this is that every orb, for completing every milestone, which is 72,000 frags of those for that orb, which it comes out to either you can open 90 prime time orbs, 120 syndicate orbs, or 240 of the rerun orbs. And if you guys remember from the last one, when we opened those, there was a huge, if you open up the blue orbs instead, it was a huge influx of gold and mega and premium orbs and whatnot. So just curious of if they would have changed that or fixed that in some form or fashion. You can see the breakdown here. If you once you complete every milestone, this is essentially your drop rates for all that stuff. So if you're opening the prime time or the syndication orbs, you're not really seeing a big difference between mega gold and premium orbs or the elite 4 and elite 5 orbs. If you open up it's the rerun orb, which is on the very right, it says syndication, but that's not right. I screwed that up. Which is 300 frags per orb. You're going to get almost 3 mega orbs, 9 gold orbs, and 9 premium orbs. So 6 more orbs, 6 more gold, 6 more premium than with the opening the syndication or the prime time, which isn't really, to me, it's not worth it for that extra stuff. So I'm going for the prime time orb myself, just because it's going to get me all the extra orange gear and stuff I need. So that's a good question, Rain Pro. Trep did some math on if you're to blitz the entire time, all 8 rotations, and he'll have to answer pretty quick if it's if he did it based off blitz sim or based off of manually blitzing. But you won't get all 72,000 just by blitzing. But they are giving us a lot of opportunities with the campaign energy and all that good stuff. So we haven't done all the math on that yet. That's been up. We'll do that and share it. But in the past, it's been possible to complete it free if you blitz the entire time. It'll probably be more likely to complete it for free if you blitz manually instead of using blitz sim. And make sure you stay on top of all your campaign energy and the stuff that they give you. We're getting some credits from a calendar, I believe, in like last time. So we'll have to do some more math to really round out if it's going to be able to be completed for free or not.
So the quick math I did was if you had 20 teams that won, so however you managed to do that, if you managed to have 20 teams that win at 8.3, or you drop down tiers with some teams, that leaves you 20 teams to win with. If you did 8 rotations of Sim Blitz over the 14 days of the event, you would get 49,280 points towards the event. If you did the same 20 teams 8 times a day, and you actually manually did the blitzing, you would end up around 80,640. So that takes you much closer. Just because it's 22 versus 36, right?
Yeah.
That's right, I did my math right, yeah. So you get a lot more for completing the actual blitzing than just doing the sim. So you kind of got to weigh in, what's worth it to you. Are you going to do enough core refreshes to get enough energy to make up the difference? Plus, there is let me pull that up real quick. The calendar's kind of weak. What size this? I got my zoom all screwed up right now, but this is the calendar that's going to be coming to us. So you're only getting 600 of the fragments through this calendar. Maybe there'll be other opportunities. The other thing to keep in mind too that is you get it from the ISO campaign too. So there's lots of opportunities to get it. Right. I think Dutch Rudder usually does a really good infographic about this kind of thing every time there's an event like this. So he'll probably have a great infographic sometime shortly here. But if you have the time to run or just auto your blitzing, it's probably best to do that right now.
How many total credits did you say if you were on top of your blitzing, that would be
8 rotations a day for 14 days. It would be about 80,000.
So, I mean, that gets you there. It's definitely possible to complete for free if you don't sim blitz and you auto blitz.
Just double check my math. Yeah, about 80,000 if you can just auto blitz. But yeah, I mean, yeah, everyone's kind of got to figure out what works best for them right now. I'm gonna keep. Yeah, it would be crazy time consuming. That is true. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's got to figure out what works for them.
Back to old blitzing, right? Where you're spending a half an hour to 45 minutes blitz rotation to get through it, and not a lot of people have that time. So I'm going to be doing a mix of both, right? I will, if I've got the time in the afternoons and evenings to just, keep my phone beside me and hit the auto button as I'm doing other things, I'll do that. Otherwise, I'll try to do my best to at least maximize and do 8 rotations per day if it's via sim blitz.
Yeah. That's just going to be the best way to do it. If you have the time, do it. If you don't have the time, keep making progress.
And the rewards are super worth it. And there are a couple offers out there. I think you mentioned that might be worthwhile to take a look at, right?
Yeah, let's go back over to the in-game scene here. All right. So to me, I thought there's several offers out here with these screen time orb fragments. None of them make a huge dent into your the daily amount you need to earn, but so this one here would be 3 of the 800 orbs plus a couple of these are just regular orange gear. I think this is a shit offer, but I mean, if it comes down to getting you the next tier of gear and you think the next tier within the event what do you call it, milestone is worth it, then maybe that'll be it for you. But I'm gonna hold off on all these offers until the very end. I don't think this is worth it at all, even with the blitz currency. If you're gonna be blitzing real hard, that's one thing. But this offer I don't think is too bad. So 12k red orb fragments, so that's nice. 140k punch up, grats. That's 6 red star orbs. You get 25 of the silver promotion credits. You get 1 gold orb, 2 shatter star orb, 2 long shot orb, and 2 of the arrow. 1600 total credits, however you want, whatever orbs you want to use for that. For me, it'll be 2 of the 800 credit orbs for 25 bucks. I think that's pretty good. I would say each of those character orbs is about $6 a piece. Well, each one's about $3 a piece, so that's $12 there. Another $6 in red star orbs, $2 for that gold. So what do we got? 6, 12, 18, 20. Those credits there, probably worth, I don't know, to me, maybe about $5. And then the event campaign, that's just extra to me at the moment. So that one's looking okay to me. What do you think about?
Yeah, I guess it depends on, value can change, right? So a new character, because I'm not going after long shot and Shatterstar too hard, the chance for their orbs, I mean, it's a chance for 180 shards, which is great, right? Those orbs aren't super valued to me because I'm not getting used to those characters right away. I'm not in a huge gold crunch right now, so just 1 gold orb isn't going to change my game. I've got a ton of red star orbs saved up, so 6 red star orbs extra isn't really, making me too excited. And to just get 1600, just 2 of those orbs, I mean, 1600 points out of 72,000, it's still pretty low. You still need a lot of work to do. I think I'm kind of with you. If it was, I'm real close to finishing out and I just need 2 more orbs that I'm not going to get any other way, then maybe, but I'd like to have seen that be geared more towards the actual screen time fragments as opposed to all the other stuff.
Mm-hmm. So
I think it's a little diluted for me, and that's just for me, where I got tons of red stars already saved up. I don't need the gold. I'm not going after Shatterstar and long shot. not really worth it. But I mean, if you bought that offer today, and you opened those 4 orbs for Shatterstar and Longshot, and you got some good drops out of it, and you like those characters, and it's probably super worth it.
Yeah, well,
that's where the gambling comes in around.
Well, I'm not hard farming either of them at all. I do want to make sure that I at least unlock them in case they become needed later
That's
on,
fair.
which I'm sure they will be. So
that's a fair point.
Debating, but waiting for now. I want to see where I get over the next couple of days in the milestone before I pull the trigger on that. They're in the next Zemos, yeah. I've got. This is the currency I have the most of right now, sitting at 23,000. I pretty much just buy the war refreshes at the moment.
Same.
I don't know, unless a new character comes in there, I won't see much use of this. And with Sim Blitz, I'm earning even more than usual, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's definitely a great deal for a new player coming into the game.
I agree.
$2, 6,000 credits. That's what, 5, 10, 15, 20. So it's 30 shards per one of these, so it's 60 shards of a character for $2. You think of it that way? That's not bad at all.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, almost every dollar offer in general is pretty worth it. So.
Yeah. This seems like it might be right up Rainprow's alley, trying to catch up.
At level 80.
Yeah. 2,000 energy. 1 character from the War Store. Rainprow's already bought it. Everything else is kind of. You get 1. What is probability? Is that Shatterstar, or is that's gotta be Longshot, right?
Probability Master. I'll double check that real quick.
Longshot, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Longshot.
Yeah, 1 gear, almost a gear 15 piece. Or do you get 2? Do you get 2 in the store? Hang on here. Yeah, you get 2 for 1,400. So it's almost 2. Sidetracked here.
Yeah, I'm looking through these so far. I'm kind of disappointed in the offers for screen time, because I feel like normally they had like some offers for a pretty significant amount of screen time, or those types of fragments, and not really seeing too many. I don't know. Maybe they're all like that very first one, that Winter Special Ultimate Pack, and I just thought they were better than that before. I don't know.
Yeah, they usually have one for. This is all just the standard shit now that we're going through. They usually have something for ores. Blah 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 bullshit. Da, da, da. Ah. Yeah, that's not worth it.
No, not great offers right now. I don't think.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
Some decent ones, some okay ones, some that you got to figure out what the value is on your own, and they could be super valuable, I suppose.
The one above that is worth it. What's going on
What's
after
up
dark?
After Dark?
Yeah, this is definitely worth it if you get above if you're going for the 100 core refreshes. So this is another thing, Rain Pro, you should be looking at. Because this is worth more than 2 100 core refreshes, plus you're getting the Blitz credits, or Blitz currency. Or Blitz refresh currency, however you want to call it. But yeah, that's not bad. I haven't been at the point where I'm spending 100 cores on energy. I am still debating whether or not I'm going to do that tonight before refresh, to see if I want to, because we are getting double EXP. So I'm debating that. But if I do get into the 100 core refreshes, this will be something I debate at that point.
Yeah, that one's definitely worth it. I'm just, I know my bottleneck's not going to be getting to level 80. It's going to be the actual gear itself. So I'm, at least that's where my, where I'm at. So I'm not, Not spending the cores on that myself.
Yeah, I'm not at that point either, but I don't know. We'll see. Because
yeah, it does. It does rain pro. You get that on top of it.
My question about spending the double the cores right now is, so when there's double EXP, the EXP turns to green here, right, in the screen?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same right now for the screen time rewards. So I'm kind of curious if when double EXP goes away, is this going to drop down to 10 credits?
I wish I remembered what it was like for the chimichangas to know for sure.
Yeah, I don't remember at all. Because, like I said, this text is also green, so I don't know. So I wish I knew. If I knew, I would definitely be spending those cores. Now it's just a debate, and I might lose out on those cores. But are you asking me? If we're asking Trep, I've got 25,800.
I'm sitting on 20,700 of those myself.
Yeah, I was hoping for the orb opening event, so I've been sitting on those. But then Smith and I were discussing even before we started recording. You know, do we need to open those? Yeah, Rainpro was there for that too, I believe. But do we even need to open those right now, considering it's Gear Tier 15 stuff? And I'm level 78. I'm two levels away from being able to actually push somebody there. So, yeah, exactly. I don't think it hurts to wait. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I will be opening Orange Gear Tier or Orange Gear Warp Orb 2 when I actually decide to spend on it. Great for SBCs. Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not spending any SBCs right now either. Like, I'm not doing anything with Orange Gear at this moment just because I don't know I haven't officially decided on a strategy for DD4 yet. And I've got till, if you save the blue and purple, you should be fine to decide. Yeah, I probably will be. But I mean, it's their prerogative to change it however they want to be. You know, maybe they'll see that people did that and they'll be like, well, you know what, we're going to exclude blue and purple. Or, you know, I mean, I don't know because that would kind of screw over the new players, but, you know, maybe they'll have less of a value towards whatever the milestone is than they used to have. And I just don't want to be screwed over, because in the Chimichanga one, I was screwed over because I had opened my orbs. We got Smith over here that, like, cleared all the milestones in, like, half a day, and, like, I was struggling to the very end of the event to get everything done. I just don't want to be in that position. And so, since I'm not really doing anything major with Orange Gear, I'm just waiting. I'm going to wait until I hit 80. I'm going to wait till I have my set in stone plan for my DD4 team, and then I'll start opening them all. And then if the orb opening event comes before then, sweet. I think I planned it out that I'll be 80 in January. I think that's how it works out. Like late January or something like that. Maybe it was early February.
Yeah, I think what's fair to, I guess, just remember for all of us is you're in the same boat that I'm in, where we're pretty light spenders in the game. So we'll buy a character every now and then, and we'll buy the offers that seem to make the most sense from a value perspective. But to plan to get into DD4 as quick as possible for a player who's not going to spend a ton of money and not going to buy Gear Tier 15 offers because they're way too expensive, we're going to have to get there the old-fashioned way with refreshing stores with cores and waiting to see what kind of great drops we get. And then we're going to have to, like, I know what 5 characters I think I can start with and want to, but, you know, a month from now, when I finally reach level 80 and I've collected more gear, that plan might change based off of luck of the draw for what Gear Tier 15 uniques that I got. So
right.
I'm not spending any orange gear. I'm not taking characters to level 80. I'm not opening anything that could get me Gear Tier 15 pieces until I reach level 80, because there's no reason, because I can't gear them up at that, you know, until they hit level 80. Exactly. So it's not going to bring I mean, it just goes back to if it doesn't bring value to me right now today and reach my ultimate goal of conserving my resources to get into DD4 as fast as I can still without spending a ton of money, then I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. Yep. That's we're in line there in our thinking. And the other thing I want to consider too with this, feeling like I might not hit 80 until late January, early February. There might be a new character announced between here and then, and I might spend all my skill or mystic gear on one character, and then all of a sudden see, oh shit, there's this new mystic character that's gonna like make whatever node in DD4 a breeze.
Might be a game changer.
So there's lots of factors to consider, and what orbs to open, when to open them, and such for me at the moment. But yeah, holding off for now. Man.
I think for most players that are at like our current stage where we're like at the 8 million range, we're not super high spenders. We're trying to get into DD4. We've completed DD3. That's probably the right strategy to stick with.
Yep. All right. So this ties into, I really thought that when this I can't, it's funny to me that this real-time arena, this Mojo themed ordeal, has nothing to do with this screen time event. Like, you earn nothing through, like, I figured you'd earn some currency, right? I mean,
well, if you complete your 2 daily battles.
Well,
your 2 dailies.
There's that, but like you think they'd throw something in here, and what's this event tab for, I don't know. I was really hoping they'd have something in here.
A little more tie-in with that would have been cool, and it would have made sense, canonically, or whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. Who do you get to use today in Real-Time Arena? I got Creed, Storm, and Daredevil. This is going to be difficult.
I've completed all mine. I had to use X-Force, Psylocke, and Scientist Supreme. And X-Force, I mean, they're a fast team, so I think my first match, I was against an evenly powered team, but they had like 2 or 3 tanks and a healer for whatever reason. Must have been whatever their dailies were. And it took me a while to chew through them, but I did 22 moves in one battle. So, like that, out of my 30, I only had to do 2 X-Force attacks, and then for the rest of it, I just went with the patented throw in Phoenix, throw in 3 turds, and then whatever other character I needed to use, which was Psylocke for a little while, and then Scientist Supreme. Hit auto and walk away.
That's how you can get through it quick.
Yes, and for those who don't know, and I used to consider it me being kind of a dick when I did that, but throwing in a high-powered Captain Marvel or a Phoenix. And 4 shit characters, you can actually go through real quick. But now, whenever I do that, I run into nothing but another high-powered Phoenix with 4 shit characters. So I don't feel too bad about it. And we each walk away with 5 knockouts each, because Phoenix dies and it counts as a knockout. So it doesn't matter who wins, you're still walking out with 5 knockouts. So that's the best way to go about it, to get those knockout objectives. I've gotten them each week. As you can see, I'm at 73 out of 100. I'm way far ahead of where I need to be. And I did that kind of purposely, just, with Christmas and New Year's coming in, lots of family stuff. I wasn't sure how much time I'd be able to devote to this, and it just kind of worked out. And working from home kind of works for me too, because I can just click auto and go back to work, and then come back 5 minutes later, do another match, auto, go back to work. Like, don't have to worry about that too much. You should explain your approach real quick in case somebody else hasn't heard this yet.
Yeah, sure. So what I do to spend the least amount of time possible in game. So like if you can't if you work how Trep works, and you can, or if you don't have a job like how Trep does, where you can still kind of do some in-game stuff if it's on auto while you're working and stuff like that, that's great. That's definitely a good, easy route to do it. But if you can't, and you need to literally spend as little amount of time as possible in game that you can, what I do is, so you always start with the 3 abilities on your dailies for 2 characters and a team, essentially, right? So like today I have Kree, Storm, and Daredevil. So I'll drop Storm and Daredevil on a team with 3 other Kree members, and I will run through those 5 together until I complete all the abilities for one of them. And then they drop off, and I'll throw in, so like say I complete Storm first, I'll drop Storm off and put Kree on, another Kree member, to where I have 4 Kree and 1 Daredevil to go through. Then if I finish with Kree after that and I have Daredevil left, that's when I'll throw in my like what Trep is saying, my Phoenix or Captain Marvel, or a real high early going character that's got an early AoE, high power with Daredevil and 3 other turds that can just get through things quick until Daredevil's done. So then essentially all I do is I complete all my dailies, wrap that up quickly, and then move on to the weekly use abilities objectives. So this week I had Bio, Controller, and Villain, and Emma Frost. So once I completed the daily characters of Kree, Storm, and Daredevil, then I'd plug in some of the weekly characters and so on. I would do that for the 7 days for the week, and spending the least amount of time possible in game. The first week that we've gone through this battle pass, or the objectives and whatnot, just doing those dailies and getting those weekly usabilities done in the way that I did it, I was able to get the 225 knockouts done for the weekly, which is the 1,700 points. Got my dailies done every day, spending as little amount of time, roughly a half an hour on average per day on real-time arena, and I'm on pace for getting 100 levels done by the end of the 28 days. Right now I'm at level 54 and with a day to spare. So I'm easily in line to get everything by spending anywhere between 20 minutes to 35 minutes per day in game on real-time arena by using that strategy.
Yeah, which is awesome. I heard some complaints when this mode came out that, you took away Blitz, that you gave us Blitz Sim, but then you gave us another mode that would take all of our time to be able to complete. And I mean, it's proof right there by what Smith just said, spending 30 to 40 minutes tops, depending on the whatever you get for the week, and right. And you're completing it. That's a day. That's nothing. You would spend 30 to 40 minutes in one Blitz rotation before Blitz Slim, and you would do multiple rotations a day. So I mean, it's a huge time saving in terms of total game time, and this is just a whole bunch of extra rewards. You went ahead and bought the Battle Pass already, right?
I did. I bought the Battle Pass after the first week when I knew that following my strategy, I was gonna easily be able to get to all 100 after the 28 days. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just important to remember, like, wins aren't important in this game mode. Wins don't matter, like, at all.
Nope.
So you don't have to. You just have to make battles as long as you have to survive as long as possible during a battle to get abilities off, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then eventually you need knockouts, so you need to get at least close to winning, whatever. But
100% worth it, indeed. I think so too. I mean, between you're getting, I think it was 60 total Gear 15s. Yep, all the Zemo shards. On top of that, the very first thing you unlock is 500 cores, which holds a value over $10 itself. And then they're in their eyes, but and probably in my eyes too. I mean, that's a lot of energy refreshes. The knockouts take the longest, but I mean, as we were talking about earlier, I mean, there's modes where you can just do that, and you don't even need to hit all the weekly knockouts. I mean, you didn't hit the weekly knockouts the last week, did you?
No,
you would have been a lot further.
I was able to passively get the very first one just by doing the dailies.
Right.
So there's within the first 2 weeks of playing this game mode, I've not just gone into a match if I didn't have an ability objective to do. So once I completed the dailies and the weekly ability objectives, then I was done with the game when I left it. I did not go and complete any match with the sheer point of just I had an abilities or I had a knockout objective to complete.
Yeah.
I only did a match if I had dailies to take care of, or if I had weekly ability objectives to take care of. That's it.
Yeah. So
and I'm at level 54.
So thinking about it, it's if you're on pace to complete all these, and you should be able to, even if you're behind pace right now, if you do all your weeklies next week, plus you do Smith's Approach of 30 minutes a day, you make sure you get all your knockouts in next week, you'll probably be on pace to still hit 100. And the best offer in the store, especially if you're between level 75 and 80, working your way and planning for DD4, is the Battle Pass.
100%.
There's really, you can't really question that. I mean, what does this cost to do? Okay, so it's $40. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I think
you can easily get the levels. So to just jump up 30 ratings is wasteful because it's a pretty small time commitment to get those 30 levels for free, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's not much. I mean, if you went by your approach and then you spent another 25 minutes in it, you could probably be on pace for knockouts. Just time your knockouts. What is the biggest knockout objective? 550. So
but you get more points for the lower one, which I think is fantastic, right?
Yeah.
So you get 1,700 for just the 250, is it?
Yep. Let me pull this up here. Yep, 1,700 for 225, 1,550 for 350, and then 1,300 for 550. So it is great that they did that. I'm actually surprised at the amount of little things they're doing that are actually okay for the player. But 550, divide that by 7. So you really only need about 79 knockouts a day to get that milestone. So if you spend, you have to get, how many knockouts is the daily objective?
25. Yep, 25. Well, actually, you get 25 and 15 and 5. So I don't think they're.
So you have to get at least 25 to do your daily.
Just 25. Yep.
So 1 week you might have to spend a little bit extra time in it, but I mean it's definitely worth it. So 25. So you double and most of your time is probably spent getting the characters their actual rotations, right? Their 30 goes or their 10 moves.
The majority of the time in there is getting all the daily usability objectives done, and then, like I said, when the daily ones drop off, I switch to the weekly use objectives, and I'm doing enough battles in a half an hour to get enough knockouts per day to keep me on pace for that 1,700 points.
Right.
And actually, this week already, by following that, I've already gotten to 350 knockouts as well. Right. And that's just by following the dailies and the weekly usabilities.
Yeah, so probably spending another 20 minutes with the whole Phoenix and Forward Turret approach. You would another 20 minutes a day, and you would get there. You'd easily get to your weekly and get all of those points. So it's a pretty low time commitment and pretty easy to get to all 100 levels. Yeah. I mean, $20 for the Battle Pass, great value if you're looking at DD4 soon within the next few months, and best offer in the store. Now, speaking of offers, though, I did. There was. What are they announced here? Okay, so 12 days of sales is coming up, so we might get some interesting things. Maybe we'll get some more offers with the screen time orbs and whatnot. But
I hope so.
I'm hoping for another one of those. What is this? Or what? 3,000 cores for $5? We paid. I doubt.
Yeah, 3,000 cores for $5 was great.
But yeah, I mean that calendar is amazing. I'm looking forward to the rest of this calendar, especially running into the event campaign and all these double energy events and all that.
Yeah, thanks to that, I'm sitting on 5,000 cores right now that I get to be a little bit wasteful with my cores and use some 100 core refreshes and stuff like that.
Yeah. So hopefully we get some sweet offers like that, and you know, we'll go over them on stream when we see them. Let you guys know. Make some announcements on that happy hour Discord. So join the Discord. Yeah. So normally around this time, well, I say normally, but we've only done it one time. We would go into user questions, which you're gonna have to pull up unless you want me to make you look like you're frozen again. But I think I think we only had one, and it's a question you have to answer. So.
All right, so questions. Actually, we got a couple now. So what do you guys think about the difference in points for simming versus regular blitzing for the event? Do you think it's worth it? This one's from Rain Pro. We touched on this a little bit, and I think it's plainly put, if you do nothing but blitz sim, you won't complete all milestones. If you manually blitz, you'll complete all the milestones. So I think it's going to come down to manually blitz if you can, and when you can't, make sure you maximize all 8 rotations to get all 8 rotations done. I think that's what's going to be important if you want to try to get it done. It's definitely doable by free-to-play players if you manually blitz all 8 rotations per day for the length of the event. You'll complete all the milestones. It's whether or not you can afford to put that kind of time into the game or not.
Yeah.
I myself am not going to be. There's going to be plenty of situations where I'm just simming blitz, and we'll try to rely on some other methods to get the screen time frags to open up all the milestones. Really,
right. And there's still 2 weeks of this event yet. There's already the one calendar showing us that we're going to get 600 fragment or 600 screen time. Is it fragments or whatever the currency is? Whatever they're calling it, we'll get 600 from that calendar. There may be more ways to earn the currency as we go on, but in my opinion, it's fair to me. I mean, because you can't even sim blitz until level 60 or 64. My free-to-play account can't do it. Well, for whatever reason, I can do it in the Red Star blitz on the free-to-play account, but any normal blitz, I can't touch it. So to me, I mean, I think it's worth it. I mean, you're saving a shit ton of time by just simming it, and there's a penalty for that. I mean,
yeah. We talked about that last week, right? Where it seems like Blitz Sim really favors higher TCP players, and that we'd like them to make some changes on how blitzes function now that Blitz Sim is part of the game.
Yeah. I mean, and really in my opinion, the best way to do that is to make Blitz into shards, just like we have arena shards. You need to do the same thing for Blitz. You need to have, and I don't know how to organize that yet. I don't know what it is. Obviously, TCP is going to be part of it, though. Like, if there's something on top, TCP is going to be the main part of it. If there's something on top of TCP, or how many brackets, there need to be within, the Blitz shards, then, that's something for someone else to consider. But you have to break it down by TCP, and you have to give us shards. So. I mean, that's the only way, Super
just said in chat, did some quick math for us. 5,143 screen time frags per day to complete it. So just keep checking that out. Keep on pace for that. So essentially, that's you'll have to do the math per orb on whatever orbs you're opening up, but keep track of how many orbs per day you need to open in order to get through all the milestones, and do what you can to try to stay ahead of that. Getting ahead early is definitely the way to go if you can. So
yeah,
that's what it'll come down to. It's possible to do as a free-to-play player, but you've got to spend a lot of time in game to do it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not positive I'll hit all the milestones on this yet. It's between the timing of it and the difficulty of it, I'm not sure I'll be able to hit them all right now. Between Christmas and New Year's and all that.
Yeah, between the holidays, I'm a little bit in the same spot. I was able to complete all the Chimichanga events back in the day over the summer. But but that was a little bit different for the chimichanga. Didn't we? It wasn't a flat value, wasn't it? You got it like per blitz. Didn't you get a range of chimichangas?
I mean,
wasn't there an ability for a higher drop rate, or am I just confusing that with like the Cyclops event?
There's been events like that in the past where it was a range. I don't remember exactly if the chimichanga one was where it had a range, where you can get, 20, 50, 200, or whatever it may be.
Right.
I don't remember off the top of my head, unfortunately, but
you guys remember in chat by any chance? If you do chime in, if you remember if Blitz gave higher frag drop rates on a percent basis or whatever. It was a range? Okay. Super is saying it's a range. I thought it was too, and it doesn't look like it's a range now. It looks like it's just a permanent number. So I haven't seen anything other than 36 and 22 for a manual and auto sim blitz right now.
Yeah, I don't think that's changing at all.
So that certainly makes it a little bit tougher, but hopefully they'll give us more ways to complete or earn those frags.
I think that covers that question.
All right, so the next question is, how do we feel about the Red Guardian milestones?
Red Guardian milestones. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot on there. So let me pop us back over. Log. Move you back. And I had the blog. There's a lot going on with it too. So, Red Winter. Keep your roster warm with big rewards in the upcoming Red Winter event. In addition to an avalanche of gear, this is your first chance to stuff your stocking with Red Guardian character shards. So, Deep Freeze Orb. Earn Deep Freeze Orb fragments via the event milestone, and then open them to earn gold gear shards and select characters with a limited time season trait Red Guardian at a higher drop rate. Red Alert milestone, put enemies on ice and blitz arena using characters with the seasoned trait. Score points by winning in blitz and completing an arena, win or lose, to earn Red Guardian shards, Deep Freeze Orb fragments, and more. Crimson Affair milestone, team up with your alliance in raids using seasoned characters to earn cool rewards, Deep Freeze Orb fragments, gear pieces, and L3 training modules, and Red Winter milestone. Score points by opening Deep Freeze Orbs to earn Red Guardian character shards and other rewards. Now, this is the kind of milestone and event character release I really enjoy, because it's not just hamstringing you to doing one thing. You're earning points for almost everything you do in game. So, teaming up with the Alliance to do raids, you're earning points for that. Blitzing, arena, you're earning points for that. Then you're earning orbs, and then you open those orbs and you earn more points towards the character that you're trying to get for that. I'm a fan of this kind of event. Everyone, as long as you play the game daily and you have a mid-game to late-game roster, you're unlocking this character. And yeah, so I will be doing everything I can every single day to get as much points towards this event as I can, because like I said, this character is going to be mine. I will probably buy one of his offers. I will buy one of Elena's offers. I do not like Emma teams.
Except for your own.
Except for my own, yes. Except for my own, when I see 20 defensive wins, and I can just be like, yep, that's an MVP.
Well, I think unfortunately for you, probably Super is going to be starting to take away from your MVPs.
You son of a bitch! No, I'm kidding. No, I'm happy. I'm happy to have that. Actually, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I'm real excited to see how this war goes. So this is like the Cyclops, Ghost Rider, Namor releases, those events, right? So I like these events too. I was able to get. Depending on how it's changed, because I'm sure there's been some changes, we'd have to look back. But going pretty hard with during the Cyclops event. I got Cyclops to 5-star during the event just by going really hard blitzing. So unless they changed it pretty drastically on the drop rates and whatnot, and so we'll have to see how many deep freeze orb fragments you get during blitzes and whatnot, and if you do get like higher drop rates, like 2K drop rates on those orbs or not, to see if it mimics them or not. So we'll see.
Yeah, I might have to actually go back to old-fashioned blitzing when that comes out, if that's going to be a thing. Well, yeah, we'll have to see how they do it. Because in these events, it's always been, as far as I can remember, I hope I'm remembering correctly, it's always been a random amount per win. So as long as you're still doing a random amount per win, even if you're doing sim blitz, but it's less, like each reward tier is slightly less or whatever, I'll probably still just sim blitz for him because I will buy an offer already. So I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll
so I like this type of event a lot. To answer the question of what are our thoughts on it, I love these type of events. We don't know how Blitz Sim fits into it yet, so we're gonna have to find out.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, this is probably one of the more free-to-play friendly events where if you just spend a lot of time in game, you're gonna get a really, be able to unlock the character at a really high star level.
Yep. Like the event. Excited for
Now
the
wraps
event.
up the questions.
I didn't.
Chris,
when I joined,
Chris,
we had one question. What the hell?
Yeah, a frequent guy on the stream, Chris Coslow, mentioned he'll stop in after his beer run. That was not a question, but posted in the question Discord channel.
The answer is yes. I'm not. There was one more in there directed at you.
Was there?
It was before these questions. It's the one question I remember before we started.
Oh, did Scopely consult Smith on the Screen Champion rewards? Thanks to Commander AOC, I missed this one. For the 5 Red Star Beast.
Yeah, so let's pull this let's pull this up here.
I saved the best for last. That's what I did there.
It just seems very random. I mean, he's got some of his teammates coming out, but it's still not even a full team. Like, why?
So I was asked. I received an email the other day, about a month ago, and was asked, "Hey, we're thinking about putting your favorite character in game as a milestone reward for Red Stars. What do you think about that?" And I said, "It's got to be Beast," and that's because Beast is and will always be my favorite X-Men. That's why I have a Gear Tier 14 Beast. That's why I will have a Gear Tier 15 Beast.
Is he ISO 5 yet?
He's not ISO 5 yet.
I'm a little disappointed.
Still the Ions. It's still the Ions.
I'm disappointed, man.
I think alright, I don't like that you're disappointed. I want him farmable because I need to get him to 7-star. Because I will have a 7 Red Star Beast at some point too. I'll be that guy that wastes my promotion credits on getting a 7 Red Star Beast.
He's got to be in the running, if not the person who's going to be in Doom Chapter 3, replacing Graviton. Every single Doom chapter, they replace this character. We've talked about this before, but I feel like he'll end up there.
He's not farmable yet. Doesn't make sense to be an early farm. So yeah, that's a good guess for where he'll go.
I mean, there's a few other characters that could probably go there, but I think when they actually release, I feel like when they release Iceman and Kitty Pryde, I feel like that's when they'll announce that he's moving here. Graviton's already in the War Store. I don't know. I just don't feel like most people are excited. Graviton's a great character. He's got a sweet kit. He's good in like balanced draft. You know, he's a great character to bring in there, and he kind of like, you could drop in a Graviton at the last second, after somebody's vetoed something, and throw off whatever they've set up already because of that turn 1 stun. But like he's just not an exciting character to try to get to Doom 3.6. Like, Now you throw Beast in there, that's a lot more exciting to get to.
Yeah, and I think that's just like you said. They usually throw a, I don't want to say a throwaway character, but a character that doesn't necessarily belong, and then they move them out later. And Graviton makes sense for that, unless they're just they remove him from War Store and you just keep him there. I suppose that's possible to do that too.
Yeah, that'd be interesting because they haven't actually removed anybody from a store as far as I can remember. So that would be setting a new precedent too. Like, I've never seen anybody removed from Arena or Blitz.
I said that, but I think you're right. Ah, they had to have, shouldn't they?
Oh, haven't they had to have? Just add it.
They've just removed from orbs.
Right. People have been removed from orbs.
Right. Yeah, so maybe. I don't know.
Which, you got to think about it. That's got to be a step coming soon. I mean, if you're flooding... The War Store is already a big complaint. You know, there's 3 characters available at a time. And... You know,
yeah, I think what they'll probably do, right? They'll just add another slot, because didn't the boy, this is going way back now, but Raid Store used to just be 3 characters, and they changed it to 4 characters a long time ago. I'm going to say a year or so ago.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah, I don't know if it was a full year, but yes, it used to only be 3.
And now there's 4. So whenever that change happened, I think they're not going to remove characters from stores. They're just going to add slots for them.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to keep adding to the War Store, though, they're going to have to give us another slot. Or another row. Another row would be nice for the War Store, just because of how the currency is probably... It's one of the harder currencies to come across. I mean...
Yeah. I mean, right now I'm not even using any... I still only have a 5-star Mr. Sinister. I'd love to have a 6 and 7-star Sinister, but I've had other priorities to take up, you know?
Yeah.
Getting X-23 and spending it on Gear 15 pieces were just way more valuable at the time.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I got X-23 up to 6-star, and then I call it quits on any other characters right now. I think my Sinister is 6-star. Yeah. So, and it takes so long to get a character from 6 to 7, it almost seems pointless to even try to farm, but yeah, everything's just going.
That's why I don't. And we've talked about that before too, where I get to 6-star for most characters and I just stop. I don't even farm them anymore.
Well, if that ends our Q&A section, anyone from chat have an additional question? Going once? Going twice? I think we can call that a wrap on episode 6. As we mentioned earlier at the beginning of the stream, we do this weekly around 9. We say 9 p.m. It's 9 p.m. ish Eastern Standard Time every Monday. MSF Happy Hour. Next week you will find it over on Agent Smith's Twitch channel. As we rotate, you will find this episode posted probably tomorrow, maybe definitely by like Wednesday on my YouTube. And then you'll find any episodes on Agent Smith's channel posted his YouTube shortly thereafter as well. There's links that need to be fixed to the Discord, but Agent Smith has gone ahead and linked the Discord, which you can still see in chat there. Join us there. We are starting to build that Discord up. We'd like to get you guys in there. We'd like to, create an awesome community. Anything to add?
Yeah, so tune in next week for the next happy hour. Bring your favorite beverage. Make sure you post it in the Discord so we know what drinks we can try. Feel free to also suggest drinks you want us to give it a shot on stream too. We'll do that as well. So yeah, that's about it.
All right, guys. I'll just add one more shameless little. If you're not following, go ahead and hit that follow button for me, please. I would like to hit that affiliate mark sometime soon. If you are not following Agent Smith, make sure you scroll down into my About section, click on his link, click follow there so that you can catch us on our next happy hour. Not only that, Agent Smith is streaming most nights, weeknights, around 8:30, 9, 10, somewhere between then. And lots of good content there. So go ahead and hit him up, give him a follow, and we will catch you guys next week. Until then, cheers.
Cheers.